So, when we do a cloud migration strategy, what we first stepped into is whether we are building on cloud or whether we are migrating to cloud. So, firstly, we are a multi cloud bank where we have actually migrated some of our applications to AWS. We have also built our data warehouse or migrated our data warehouse to Azure. Having said that, in today's date, the bigger piece is where we are building something on Google, which is very cloud native and cloud first. When we say cloud first, is this is the first foray by the bank where we are building on cloud and we are creating a consumer data platform which will actually cohesively get all the data of the customer, of a particular customer, into one place. So essentially, the CDP will support us in building, journeys for the customer, whether it is inside applications or transactions for the bank, in a much simpler manner and a much seamless manner. So typically, say for example, a customer is already in the bank, he submitted his KYC to the bank. Now with the CDP, what happens is that his KYC will not be asked from him again and again when I am onboarding him to new products from the bank. So for example, the customer is a savings account customer at the bank. Now tomorrow he wants a loan from us. I will seek from him only that incremental part of documentation which is required that I don't have currently. In the earlier avatar, we would have maybe asked for the entire paperwork again, but now we don't need to do that because now everything is available to me, which is inside my CDP already. Now I just get the incremental information and I can process the loan for him. So that is the upside that we are getting from a Google based kind of a CDP perspective. So this is our first foray, which is native to the cloud. However, we still have to see a lot more moving to the cloud in this format. The two very important things in a cloud migration strategy is resilience and security. So the most important thing that I understand is security, because that is, being a bank, that was our largest concern before we moved in. Now, having moved in now, we are in a scenario where we are able to actually deliver certain things much better and much seamlessly than what it was earlier. And given that scenario, in the current date, when we are looking at a new application being built, we don't mind being cloud native. So that helps from that perspective that, being cloud native, your scalability is much better, your building is much better. This didn't come easy to us. There were a lot of activities that was done, or a lot of investments that was done towards securing the entire environment accordingly and building for a scenario where we can be cloud native. So now we are well prepared, we are reasonably there, and we are now actually progressing towards building from a cloud perspective first. So from a fintech perspective, honestly, the entire focus is now to harmonize the data which is available. So today, so for a bank like ours, or any legacy bank for that matter, the data is fragmented. And since the data is fragmented, it's very difficult to actually leverage out of that data. The first and foremost activity that most organizations like us is taking up is typically, harmonizing that data, cleaning it up and setting it up in such a way that, you get one view of every customer in the organization or in the bank. So that is the most critical thing that I think that most of us organizations are doing, at least from our perspective. That is the key. And once the data of across all customer base is available, you will see a lot of customers buying more products from the same company than, going and hunting around. And customer journeys, therefore the customer experience will become much more seamless and simple, because of which people will buy more and use the same organization more. See, that the more you improve on friction free journeys, so you keep nudging out the friction in the journeys, you will see more and more customers use you, more and more customers interact with you in various applications. So each forum or each space in which the customer is interacting with you needs to have less and less friction, and that will improve the customer experience and therefore obviously the ROI to the organization as well.